I'm gonna try to do this real fast. I seen a complex media list. Where was? Let's start with Harlem Legend. I'm gonna always speak the truth. I know y'all gonna be like, yo, you don't even rock with Harlem Legend, and I don't. That don't got nothing to do with his presence in hip hop media. It may be on more of the raunchier side, but I've watched him clean up. Where was it with the drip? Now this is whack. Where was Compton Rick Rock? Let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of y'all, there's no way for me to pretty it up. A lot of y'all are ignorant. Y'all foolish. Foolish is really the word I want to use. Because when I was amongst y'all and I tried to tell y'all, yo, they really watching us. We had it locked during pandemic, right? They didn't know what to do. They was actually too scared to try it. The rappers was too scared to try what we was doing. They got the confidence. We gave them the confidence. But a lot of them, they want to see the money behind it. And I wanted to see the money behind it too, but not the same people that have been controlling the money. They used to the same people controlling the money. I'm like, nah. Y'all not going. I never understood why they control music distribution. And yes, it's because of relationships. But you got to understand the leverage that we have as musical artists, right? So, of course they wanted Prince up out of here because he started talking that thing that could shut down what they got going on and would have rerouted the power back to us. Cool. We get up here to YouTube, social media, whatever you want to call it. I noticed right away, this is the new hip hop music, right? They pushing all the negative stuff. Some people gravitate to it because they think it's going to bring them somewhere, right? China Brim, Harlem Legend. And what do you have to show for it today? I don't know if they not including y'all. If y'all didn't notice, they not including y'all. Let me tell both of y'all something. And Platinum Shine, and who else was out here sabotaging? Maine the Milkman. If y'all would have listened to me, we'd have been millionaires already. Now, big dig this. I still plan on being a millionaire because I'm not chasing this dream. I done moved on to something else. But it's all about seasons and striking while the iron is hot. The iron, we had the iron. They watched. Oh, okay, we taught them how to troll, right? They not glazing like y'all. Y'all some glazing ass niggas. Jesus, God. Huh? One person show up in your comments that's famous, and all of a sudden, you thinking that is about to take you to higher heights. Word. Now they done excluded you. 35 names on the list. And they didn't put up no Harlem Legend. If anybody, maybe not China Brim, and I'm not slighting China Brim. He tried, right? But if you came to me and was like, come on, man, you know he ain't supposed to be up there. He could barely, you understand? He could barely talk. I might be like, yeah, but you gotta give him an A for effort. Yeah, I give him the A for effort, but effort don't start with an A. And I'd be like, word. Facts. Now, Harlem though? Zip with the drip? Maybe Zip with the drip got caught up too much in the back and forth with this. You know what? It's a lesson learned for everybody. This is what I say though. Compton Rick Rock? Nah, they jerked a lot of people, bro. Because they got their own inner circle. They play with the numbers on the YouTube and all of that. And that's why I was saying, yo, we got to control our own ecosystem. But y'all didn't understand what I was saying, but you're going to know now. You're going to understand. Or you're going to get written out of history and you're just going to be like a street legend on social media. You understand? Sometimes you have a street legend, he ain't never made no money like that. He ain't never made it out the hood. That's all he gonna ever be. You can catch him right there at the dice game. He gonna be a street legend forever. And not one area. But don't nobody, you go outside that little bubble, don't nobody know who he is like that. No, don't nobody care. And that's gonna be you dudes that didn't know when to move when you were supposed to move. Right? I'm watching them write you right out. Like your impact didn't mean nothing to social media. And I know it did. Mano did a song parodying Hassan Camp. Wait, Hassan didn't even make the list, which is crazy. Hassan been working hard. Hassan been working hard. I'm not telling you these things because I like these people or I'm cool with these people. Most of these people, we have a problem. Not a real like problem that'll go to the violence or anything like that, but we ain't cool. But I don't feel like they should have been written out of they should have been given some recognition, man. They've been working hard. Right? But they got their clicks. And what y'all have to do, and me ending this video, stop meeting niggas off. Like, get off niggas nuts. Niggas is trying to get the attention of the rappers so they could shout you out and do parodies on you. Niggas is birds. Seriously though. Fuck is you doing? You gotta understand that you are you. You understand? Understand the algorithm that we had control of. And don't get it twisted. Any given time, we could bring that algorithm right back. Get right in there and start slinging mud. And I would help y'all, but I don't think y'all are ready to control it. So if it's going to be for nothing, then that's foolish. But if we was going to do it and hype it up, and then we control it, that's a different story. But y'all not ready for that. Y'all prepared to be slaves to the rhythm your whole entire life. And you got no recognition. Everything I said excludes Compton Rick Ross. He's not a part of that. Because really he's on a West Coast algorithm. But I just noticed he got written out. Spider Lope got written out. There was a couple of people. But I watched these people do work. Like, they're getting the stories. They're bringing it to us as fast as they can. And for them not to get acknowledged. And then everybody watches and then doesn't want to give them acknowledgement because they didn't come up in orthodox media. And that's whack. That is so whack. Anyway, I'm paying attention. Yeah. Peace.